What's up out there, all you Brodacious people? Saturday here, and this is Dr. J. Excited that you guys are tuning in for this vlog. It's been a complex week, also a week full of crushing celebrations. 2023, we've been talking a lot about achieving big, hairy, brodacious, audacious, lion-sized goals. So we've got a lot of that. Had some setbacks this week as well. So I'll start off. I'll tell you a little bit about my setbacks. First off, I've got an infant son at my house. He's a little 6 weeks old. He was a preemie. So bless his little heart. It's like 6 pounds big now. Just screams all night. So I was not as good on the workout land as I should have been because there was not a single night this week that I slept more than 3 hours. Thank you, baby Jeremy. Daddy loves you. But anyways, so hopefully this week is going to be a little bit better week, but I've tried to continue to eat right, make good choices in that regard. Also, work has been just a little bit stressful as well. Again, high school band director, coach with some kids as far as my daytime current job situation. And none of that has a reflection of the kids or the school, principal or anything. Love everybody I work with, all the stuff. Just stuff that comes along with the job has been just a little bit complex and complicated. That's what happens when your school gets hit by a tornado and you're trying to run a band out of a tent. But hey, you know, that's the set of things that I am having to overcome, and I will overcome. On the flip side, we talked about some good things that are going on. I have been working to get my real estate license. As you know, if you listen to our podcast, my wife and I are small time, rookie real estate investors, and we're looking to crush some pretty big things this week. So this week was all about working on our personal business. One of the things that we're working on is both of us are working towards getting our agent's license, so that in addition to buying rentals, we actually in the state of Georgia can be licensed to represent clients in the buy and sell of property as well. So we've been working towards that. And a huge thing I did on the front this week is in the state of Georgia, the step one of getting licensed is to complete a 75-hour pre-licensure course. And I got that completed and took the final exam for that. Passed it, crushed it. That was awesome. So I got that out of the way, and that's great. And I'm about 3 weeks away from taking my state and national exam. So I am studying because I'm real excited about that. I love houses. I love properties. And if you're listening to this video and you're looking for an agent, I can't be your agent right now. I have to be licensed first, but I'm just a few months away from being licensed. And so if you're listening to this and you one day want an agent as soon as I'm licensed and legal and the brokerage approves, man, I'd love to represent you or talk with you about that. But that's a little down the road, but we're already getting into it. And then a friend of mine who is just honestly first and foremost is just a great friend. Like, I just consider a friend above all else, and also someone I look up to as a real estate investor. Kind of came out of the band world, became a real estate investor. I won't say who it is because I didn't ask his permission to share that on my vlog, but got a chance to have about an hour-long phone conversation with him, just getting some advice as far as directions to go to take our business in the next 30 to 60 days, getting ready to close a deal. Want to make sure we close it right. And man, just got a tremendous wealth of knowledge from that individual. And I'm just so thankful for that. And so that is awesome. And then as I'm recording this house that is behind me, I am getting ready to close on, which is awesome. So real excited to close on this property. And then as soon as we get it closed within 8 to 10 days, the fascia is going to go bye-bye. We're getting new fascia. The roof, we're going to get a new roof on it. The gutters will be replaced. And I don't want to use the word rehab because it's a house that's in pretty good shape, actually. It's a really great house. The people we're buying it from, who I'm actually related to, took really great care of the house. And in fact, built it with their bare hands. And so it's got great bones. But we are going to start doing some updating, I guess is the word, because again, it doesn't really need to be improved. It's a great house. So, but we're really excited about that. So those are some things that we're working towards crushing the goals. started calling some lenders. We're analyzing 5 deals a day. And so anyways, I'm 4 minutes into this vlog, but the purpose of this is to let all of you out in Brodacious land know. Number one, I hope you're listening to our podcast. Go check out A Brodacious Life, and you can kind of hear this journey. And we've been talking about SMART goals and setting your goals for 2023 and having the guts to crush it. And then the episode that's getting ready to come out, in fact, I think it comes out tomorrow, talks about taking bold moves. Chef calls it anointed moves. And he actually talks about a story out of the Bible with King David. And that's pretty inspiring, because that story in the Bible basically states that sometimes God has anointed goals for us. I mean, if you know about David and Goliath, then you kind of know that David did what other people couldn't do. This little kid took down this giant with a slingshot. Now, I'll be honest with you. If my father-in-law is watching this, he knows that I can't shoot a gun to save my life. That's why he bought me a 40 caliber pistol. I need the big bullets because my aim's not good. But if you break into my house, you better hope I find you, because if my wife finds you, she can put a 22 through a donut hole at like 100 feet away. She's got great aim. But I say all that to say, a slingshot in my hands is nothing. It's meaningless. But a slingshot in David's hands is epic, taking down some giants. Having said that, David, before he took down Goliath, tried to grab a sword and put on some armor, and he was so weak, the runt, he couldn't even pick it up, because everybody else's weapons in the hands of David was nothing. David had to have his weapons. And here's the reason why I bring that up today, and I hope you'll tune in the podcast and really listen in and think about this anointed goals. I was so glad Chef brought this to my attention, because what it says is my set of goals, my skills, my trade that I'm trying to develop, it's unique to me. It's the skills God gave me, and it's going to help me take down my goals and do my things. And you know what? It's going to help me take down some Goliaths. I got some Goliaths in my life I'm having to work through right now. But God's given me those things, and I'm going to be able to crush those Goliaths, because the tools that I have, while they may seem insignificant to someone else, they're anointed when they're in my hands, because they're the weapons that God gave me. Now, whatever your skills are out there, if you feel today, I can't take down my goals because I am not prepared. I can't take down my goals. I can't defeat my Goliaths because I don't have the weapons or things that someone else has. Just remember, you wouldn't be strong with someone else's stuff. You can only be strong when you utilize and use the things that God gave you that makes you uniquely you. And think about David and Goliath. And also realize that it wasn't just taking down Goliath. That little runt, David, eventually became a king. In fact, he's the one in the Bible that God says, had a heart after him. It's pretty epic, that whole entire story. If this was Marvel, he would have his own franchise. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. So anyways, closing this vlog, I'm not bragging about me. Like I said, I missed some goals this week. There's some things that I've committed to and talking to that I was not good about this week that I'm going to try to stay on board and be better. But I'm also celebrating those victories. And I'm reminding myself in the middle of defeats that the only thing that can defeat me is my mind. The only thing that can take me down is me. So, friends, the only thing that can take you down is you. Get out there and be epic, be brodacious, and make sure on whatever podcast platform you're on, listen to Chef and I talk about these anointed goals. And hopefully you out there, wherever you're at, are making your own bold moves.